Have you ever wondered why gender identity is so important to people? It's a question that, while simple, opens up a world of deep and meaningful discussions. Gender identity is more than just the biological difference between males and females. It's an integral part of who we are as individuals, shaping our self-expression, influencing our personal identity, and playing a pivotal role in our social interactions. Imagine wearing a name tag every day. This name tag doesn't just bear your name, it carries a part of your identity, something that resonates with who you are deep inside. Now imagine someone constantly calling you by a different name, a name that doesn't reflect your true self. This is what it feels like to be misgendered. It's like a form of disrespect, a disregard for someone's self-identified gender, and it can lead to emotional distress. In many cultures and societies, gender roles and expectations are deeply ingrained. We are often conditioned to think within the binary framework of male and female. But the reality is, gender identity is a spectrum, a beautiful kaleidoscope of identities that go beyond these binaries. Each person's gender identity is unique to them, and respecting that is crucial to respecting their individuality. Misgendering someone, whether intentionally or unintentionally, can be hurtful and offensive. It can invalidate a person's identity and can make them feel unseen, unheard, and unvalued. It's a form of microaggression that can have a significant impact on a person's mental health and well-being. When we acknowledge and respect someone's gender identity, we are honoring their individuality, their personal journey, and their humanity. We are fostering a culture of acceptance, understanding, and empathy. In a world that's increasingly diverse and inclusive, understanding the importance of gender identity and addressing misgendering is not just a matter of political correctness, but of basic human decency. So, let's dive into some instances where people were majorly triggered when they were misgendered. These stories serve as a reminder of why it's so important to respect each other's gender identities and the impact it can have when we fail to do so. In our first case, we look at a renowned Hollywood celebrity who was misgendered during a televised interview. This celebrity, widely known for their impactful roles, had recently come out as non-binary. Non-binary individuals, for those who might not know, don't identify as exclusively male or female, and often prefer they and them pronouns. The incident took place during a live interview on a major network. The interviewer, apparently unaware of the celebrity's preferred pronouns, repeatedly referred to them using incorrect pronouns. The celebrity, visibly uncomfortable, corrected the interviewer each time, only to be misgendered again. This incident sparked a wave of conversation about the importance of respecting people's gender identities. If you're thinking, what's the big deal, it's just a pronoun, let's delve a bit deeper. Misgendering someone, that is referring to them using a pronoun that doesn't align with their gender identity, is more than just a grammatical slip. It's a denial of a person's identity, a disregard for their feelings, and a blatant display of disrespect. The celebrity's reaction was measured and poised. They patiently corrected the interviewer, firmly asserting their identity. However, the recurring misgendering clearly took a toll on them, a testament to the emotional impact of such incidents. Why was this incident offensive? Well, imagine being repeatedly called by a name that's not yours, even after you've corrected the person. Frustrating, isn't it? Now, amplify that feeling and consider the psychological impact it could have. That's what misgendering feels like to many people. This case serves as a reminder that even high-profile figures are not immune to the experience of misgendering. It underscores the need for us all to be more conscious of the language we use and to respect each person's self-identified gender. Remember, it's not just about being politically correct, it's about being humanely correct. Before we move to the next case, if you're finding this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section and share this video with others who might find it helpful. Stay tuned for more. Moving on to the corporate world, let's explore an incident where a senior executive was misgendered during a company-wide meeting. It was a day like any other in the bustling hub of the corporate world. A high-stakes meeting was underway, with key decisions hanging in the balance. The room was filled with anticipation, the air thick with the promise of progress. In the midst of this, the CEO introduced a senior executive, a person who identified as non-binary, preferring the pronouns they and them. However, the CEO referred to them using he and him, a blunder that sent a wave of discomfort through the room. The executive, taken aback, corrected the CEO in front of the entire company, stating their preferred pronouns. This incident, while seemingly minor to some, was a significant misstep. In this single moment, the executive was stripped of their identity, their self-definition. It was not merely a case of incorrect terminology, it was a dismissal of their personhood, a denial of their identity. Misgendering in professional settings can be particularly offensive because it disrupts the mutual respect that should be the bedrock of any workplace. It's a lack of acknowledgement, a disregard for the individual's identity, and the way they choose to express themselves. It's like saying, "I don't value you enough to respect your self-definition." Moreover, it can create an unsafe and unwelcoming environment for those who do not conform to traditional gender norms. It sends a message that diversity is not truly accepted or respected, which can lead to decreased morale, productivity, and even potential legal issues. This incident underscores the need for workplace sensitivity around gender identities. It's a call to action for all of us. We must strive for understanding and respect, for acknowledging our colleagues as they choose to be acknowledged. It's about fostering an environment where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. After all, respect for individual identities isn't just the right thing to do, it's also good business. Next, we turn to an incident in a school setting where a student was misgendered by a teacher. This situation took place in a classroom during a regular school day. The student, who identifies as non-binary and prefers they/them pronouns, was referred to by the teacher using incorrect pronouns. On the surface, it might seem like a simple mistake, but let's dig a bit deeper to understand why it was more than just a slip of the tongue. The student had previously communicated their preferred pronouns to the teacher, making it clear that they identified as non-binary. Despite this, the teacher continued to misgender the student, causing feelings of invalidation and distress. Now you might ask, why was this incident so offensive? Well, imagine being addressed as someone you are not over and over again. It's not only disrespectful, but it also undermines a person's identity. It's like telling them that their feelings and self-perceptions don't matter, which can be deeply hurtful. In a school setting, where students are supposed to feel safe and accepted, such incidents can be particularly damaging. It's not just about a pronoun, it's about acknowledging and respecting a person's identity. It's about creating an inclusive environment where everyone feels seen and valued for who they truly are. Sadly, this incident is not an isolated one. In schools across the globe, students are being misgendered, often due to lack of awareness or understanding. But it's important to remember that every student deserves to be treated with respect, and that includes respecting their gender identity. This incident is a clear example of the need for education and awareness around gender identities in schools. It's high time we take steps to ensure that no student feels invalidated or dismissed because of their gender identity. After all, every student has the right to be seen, heard, and respected for who they are. Finally, we examine a misgendering incident that took place on social media. Imagine this. A well-meaning user mistakenly refers to a non-binary individual as he. This individual, who prefers they/them pronouns, corrects the user politely. However, the user responds defensively, turning the conversation into a heated debate about the validity of non-binary identities. This incident sparks outrage and hurt, not just for the non-binary individual involved, but for the broader community who witnessed this public exchange. The offense lies not just in the initial misgendering, but in the dismissive reaction to being corrected, a reaction that undermines the individual's identity and reduces their lived experience to a mere debate topic. Social media, a space meant for connection and expression, becomes a battleground, highlighting the need for more empathy and understanding in our digital interactions. This case serves as a stark reminder of the power of words and the importance of respect for gender identities online. In conclusion, these incidents underscore the importance of respecting people's gender identities. We've journeyed through the glitz of Hollywood, the corporate boardrooms, school hallways, and the buzzing world of social media. In each scenario, the misgendering incidents weren't just embarrassing missteps. They were disrespectful and hurtful to the individuals involved. Each of these stories serves as a stark reminder that gender identity is deeply personal and integral to one's sense of self. It's not about political correctness, it's about basic human courtesy and respect. So, let's make a conscious effort to honor people's preferred pronouns. Let's strive to learn, to understand, and to respect. Because at the end of the day, it's about treating others how we would like to be treated. Remember, your respect for someone's gender identity can make a world of difference. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Thanks for watching.